Okay, here I am in my basement filming the plants I have growing under a T5 grow light, fluorescent grow light, and I also have an LED grow light here for some of my plants as well. These are like they're either big plants or they're like just plants that I don't really like have room for upstairs, and I don't really, you know, it's not one of my, it's not some of my plants that I look at every day. So I like to start out over here. I mean, I do love them, but some of them are just, they take up too much space. And so back over here, I have, this is the miracle plant, miracle life plant. Let me get the tag. I forgot. It's a kalanchoe, a calentio. It's a calentio fresh air plant. Calentio pinita. Pinita, yep. It's growing pretty well. I have under the grow light and the leaves seems to be doing pretty good. It's putting out new. I repotted this just a few months ago. It was in a really small pot, so I upgraded the pot to probably, I think that's like 8-inch pot. And yeah, it was very, you can see some of the leaves are, it was kind of yellow. After I repotted it, all the leaves turned yellow, but so far they put out some pretty good growth here, nice and green and big. Here's the tallest one of all. This plant is supposed to have medicinal properties, and that's the only reason that I grew it, is just for medicinal purposes. I have another calantro. I think, what is this one called? I don't think this one is, I don't think this one blooms, but it just says calantro species. Removed old blooms. Oh, I guess it's supposed to bloom. Pinch back for bushier plant, removed old blooms. I got this at one of my local, no, not my, it's not local. I had to drive an hour, 45 minutes to get there. But it's my favorite place to shop, Stein Gardens. And yeah, it just was very short down here when I purchased it. And it's grown pretty tall, but it sheds its leaves as it grows up. It's got these really curly, fuzzy leaves. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a pretty cool plant. I like that. And here I have two clivias. This is the orange one, and this is the yellow flower one. This one has bloomed for me. When I purchased it, it was in bloom, and then this year it was in bloom for me again. It bloomed in the summer, like in June. This one hasn't bloomed yet, but I'm hoping that it will bloom for me, hopefully this coming year. My mother of thousands. This one was doing so good. I had it in my covered patio all summer long, and then I decided, oh, let's move it to like, so it gets more sun, because I didn't think it was getting enough sun. But these are like a succulent, and their leaves are so tender. So when I moved it into like full sun, but it was only getting like morning sun. Still, it burned. I got it burned quite a bit. And I should have knew better, because I did this the year before too. And it has a sunburn. It has sunburn on some of the leaves. Not all of it, but some of it. But it's gotten pretty big. This is my mother of thousands. Here's the babies. Some babies down there too. I propagated some of the babies and give it away to some of my sister-in-laws. Here is I think it's an Opuntia. I'm not sure. There wasn't a name on this one, but it's grown pretty big. I had it outside this summer, and it was windy one day, and then the whole thing tipped over. Can you believe it, how heavy it is, and it still tipped over? So it broke up an ear off and a piece off, and I stuck it in soil. I think it's rooted though. Yeah, I just stuck it back in the soil, and it seems like it has rooted so far. I have my aloe plant here. I had this one for a couple years now. It's a pretty big one now. And I use it for burn. When I get a burn, I get burned quite a bit. So, you know, being cooking all the time, it works really good for burn. So that's what I use it for. Some of these plants I grow for medicinal purposes. This is also a medicinal plant. I'm not sure what this one is called in English, but it smells very, very good. It smells like mint, kind of minty. I want to say, yeah, it smells like mint. It smells very, very good, and the leaves are doing very well. It's pretty big. Here's my hand up against it. Some of these are pretty small, but this has grown beautifully. I had a lot of setback with this plant. I bought it just one piece, like just a piece here. It grew really, really big, and then it got really leggy last year because I didn't have it in good lighting. So then I cut it off. It grew really leggy, so I cut off. See this? I cut all of them off, stuck some of them back in the pot, and it took off, and it's growing pretty big again. The leaves are pretty nice and big and fat. But this plant is good. Like I hear that well, people tell me that if you have canker sores or cold sores, especially canker sores, just take a piece of leaf and you chew on it and you let it sit in your mouth. Do a couple times a day, and it's supposed to really help with canker sores. So I have one. This is the big version, and over here I have a smaller version. This one is the same one. It has the same kind of smell, but this one is just a smaller version. Has the same medicinal purpose. Let's go over here. Here is my mini rose. My son and my daughter-in-law gave it to me for my birthday, and they sent it to me from flowers.com. And they always send me flowers, cut flowers, but I told them that I really like plants, and if they could send me something that I could keep for a long time, that would be great. Yeah, so they sent me a miniature rose. It's like a pink miniature one. This one's spent, but yeah, it's doing pretty good so far. It's put out quite a lot of growth on it. I have to cut back the bloom though, because the blooms are spent. So if I cut it back, I'm sure it'll grow some more yet. Maybe I can put this in the ground next summer. And I have a Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus to be more accurate. It's setting buds right now. I have a couple buds here. Here, 1, 2, a couple here. Some buds right here. Yeah, so it's setting bud right now. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it in here. If I move it, it'll probably drop its buds. So here is the Easter cactus. I did have 3 of these originally. I ordered 2 from Logi's, and I have 1 from my local nursery. I had a pink, a white, and an orange, but I gave away the orange. No, I gave away the white one, and the pink one I'm keeping because I already have a pink Thanksgiving cactus, so I decided to give away the pink and the white, and I kept the orange one. This one has like orange blooms. And here I just have a cactus. It's a coral cactus. I think that's what it's called, a coral cactus. It's grafted. It's just it's grafted. It's like this plant is grafted into a dragon fruit here. Another mother of thousands here. Here I have, it's hard to see because let's see if I can shut off the LED light. It's too far up there. Yeah, let's shut off the LED light. Okay, so I can get some better lighting, some natural lighting here. I have an aloe, also I have an aloe planter. It's got quite a few pops here. I'll probably remove these in the spring and potted them up separately and give some to my mom because she wanted an aloe plant, so I'll give her one. Here is my guava plant. It's not doing too good. It's dropping its leaves. I think maybe just because it's a fruit tree, so you know it's natural for them to drop the leaves because it's fall. This guava plant, it's not hardy to our zone, and it's considered a patio fruit tree, so it's not doing very good. It hasn't been doing good since I bought it this summer, and kind of regretting buying that because that was pretty expensive, pricey. But I'll just try to keep it alive and see where it would go from there. I'll probably never be able to get some fruit out of that tree ever, but I love guava, so I just planted it just for the heck of it. Here I have an Echeveria palvinata, Echeveria palvinata. This one I had it for 2 years, a couple years now, but this one I did not put it in full sun this year. It does pretty well in full sun. It turns like a really pretty red color around the edges. But this year I just put it in its pot. It kind of grew it. I just grew it like in my closed patio. It's put on some new growth, but it's kind of getting leggy. Let's see, left here I have a Hoya variegata. I don't know what's wrong with the leaf. Got burned, or maybe it got too much water. I think this one is kind of like a picky plant. Finicky. I'm watering, letting it dry in between, but still, it's like, I don't know what happened to the leaves here. Could be the cold spell, like it was really cold, and I brought it in, and maybe it was too cold before I got it in the house. So maybe it didn't like it, so that's why it's doing this. Or maybe it got sunburned. I don't know. Or maybe too much water. But I have a cactus right here. Purple heart. These are cuttings my sister gave to me. They were they did not have any roots, so I tried to root it in soil. I'm not sure if they took off yet or not. But I had this in here since Labor Day weekend. Well, I had the cuttings since Labor Day weekend, but I don't think I planted them until last month. Well, yeah, I didn't plant them until like 3-4 weeks later. And this one is not doing very good. This one's an oyster plant. Kind of like the purple leaf, but not really. This is the oyster plant. It's have a lot of dieback since I brought it inside. And then over here I have a ginger plant. My ginger plants here. I had this outside, and it was doing very well. It's put on quite a bit of growth. I still see some growth coming out here. This is my ginger plant. So I'm hoping that it will make it through the winter and I can put it back out in the springtime and it will keep on growing for me. The leaves smell so good. So if you never grow ginger before, the leaves smells awesome if you eat ginger. If you don't, you won't know. But if you take the leaf, put it in cooking, a soup, it smells so good. So if you ever plant ginger, use the leaf as a herb. It smells fantastic. Yeah, I use it in my cooking a lot. Soup, very good. And here are my Asian herbs. They're chicken. They're like herbs for chicken. This is one of the herbs. I don't know what the name of this is. I can't think of it. But we use this in chicken as well. Chicken herbs. Some herb here. Just a bunch of varieties that I put it into a big pot. I need to come back and clean some of the leaves off. But yeah, I just have this down here in my basement on the floor. My ginger plant here. It's getting a little bit of supplemental light, but I'm sure it's not quite as much as if it was outside. Turn the light back on. And here are my LED light. I have my peppers. I just string them. I string it through a needle and a thread, and I hang it like this to dry so I can sow the seeds in the spring. I sow my own pepper plants. I've been doing that for the last 2 years. So these are just Thai peppers, different kinds. This is like this one's a little bit fatter, very short. This one are very small and slender. And this is like the regular like Thai pepper. But yeah, this is how I do them. I hang them out to dry like this. Then I then they dry up. By springtime they're pretty dried up. And then I just sow the seeds. So this is like this room is in my basement. They use it as a fruit cellar, so it's a fruit cellar room. So I keep some of my plants, my plant supplies here. It's got quite a bit of shelves there. I mean, I could bring all my plants down here and just give them light grow lights, and it can just all sit here instead of my living room or my dining room. But here, so there's a whole bunch of shelves here. But I just don't want to spend the money, having to put grow lights in here. Excuse me. So these are just some of the plants I just don't have room for upstairs that I put down here, and just give them some lighting, just to help them make it through the winter until springtime. Then I'll put them back outside. So that's all I wanted to show. Just updating how they're doing. They're not doing the best. Some of them are doing good, but some of them aren't doing very good. And it's winter time. I live in a zone 5, so this is what I can do for them. That's the best I can do for them for now.